ever felt like you're living someone else's life? Like you're wearing a mask to fit in, but it's slowly suffocating your true self? If so, you're not alone, and this episode is for you. Welcome to another episode of Aging with Grace and Style. I'm your host, Valerie, and today I'm talking about a topic that resonates with many of us: living authentically. So grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and let's get started. As women over 50, we often find ourselves navigating significant life transitions, and embracing our true selves can be a powerful and liberating experience. Kind of like, when you've had on Spanx all day and you finally take them off and you feel like you can breathe. Well, that's a liberating experience. So, today, in today's show, we're going to discuss authenticity. We'll define it, we'll discuss its importance, we'll identify common barriers, and share practical tips to embrace our true selves. Authenticity has played a significant role in my life and the lives of many women that I've spoken with. For me, embracing authenticity meant letting go of societal expectations and truly listening to my inner voice. It's been a journey of self-discovery and empowerment, and I'm excited to share this journey with you. As we age, many of us find ourselves on a journey to authenticity. Maybe you've always put others first, or perhaps you've been living up to an image of who you thought you should be. Well, now is the time to embrace personal growth and self-discovery. There are myths that authenticity means sharing everything and having no filters. But so what does it really mean? Authenticity is about being true to yourself, aligning actions with values, and living without pretense. It's the courage to show up as you are without hiding behind masks or conforming expectations to others' expectations. For women over 50, this journey is particularly meaningful as we navigate new chapters in our lives. Life's transitions like empty nest, retirement, or career shifts offer a unique opportunity for us to reassess and embrace authenticity. These changes, they often prompt us to reflect on who we are and what we want from life. Living authentically brings numerous mental and emotional benefits. Actually, studies have shown that it can significantly improve mental health and overall well-being. When we're true to ourselves, we form stronger, more genuine relationships. It's a time for self-awareness and reconnecting with our true selves. And let's not forget the boost in confidence and self-esteem that comes with embracing who we truly are. Now, let me share a personal experience about staying true to myself. For years, I have found myself being drawn more to conversations about sports, cars, world events, and some shopping, rather than what some might consider traditionally feminine topics. I guess you could say that I was a guy's girl, not in a flirtatious way at all. I just enjoyed the conversation. So this preference sometimes put me at odds with social or certain social groups. So I once joined an organization where the popular crowd had very specific interests, like tea parties, shopping, and what I felt was surface level chatter. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoy a good shopping spree now and then, but it's not my main focus. I think my background in corporate environments meant that I was more comfortable with the water cooler conversations, discussing business strategies, technological advancements, or the latest sports news. Kids and shopping. Excuse me. My dad was one who could talk to anyone about anything. So I felt, and actually I still feel, that it's good to know a little bit about a variety of topics just for the sake of conversation. But back to my story. In this group, my interests were seen as unusual, and I felt pressure to conform. I faced a choice to change myself to fit in or stay true to who I am. Well, I chose authenticity, which initially led to feeling somewhat isolated. Yes, it stung a bit, but pretending to be someone else just to please others, that felt dishonest and actually exhausting. Interestingly, as time passed and some of these people got to know the real me, attitudes began to shift. They started to appreciate or at least better understand my unique perspective. This experience taught me a valuable lesson. It was that conformity can sometimes border on cult like behavior, while authenticity, though challenging at times, allows for genuine connections and self respect. The takeaway was to align yourself with people who appreciate your true self, regardless of whether your interests fit traditional expectations. It's far more fulfilling to be authentically you than to be exhausted trying to be someone that you're not. Now, the path to authenticity is not always smooth, especially for us women over 50. We face unique challenges such as societal expectations. Societal pressures and stereotypes about how we should behave or look can inhibit our authenticity. We may feel compelled to conform to certain roles or appearances, which can actually stifle our true selves. Then there's the fear of judgment, like the fear of criticism and judgment often holds us back. We worry about how others perceive us and whether we'll be accepted. So, going back to my story, it would have been easier for me to just be like the others than to be shunned by the others. Then there's internal doubts, internal struggles like self doubt and imposter syndrome. They can also hinder our authenticity. We may question our worth and our abilities, doubting whether we can truly be ourselves. Career transitions or retirement can shake our sense of identity. Changing family dynamics as children leave the nest or as we become caregivers, health and body image concerns that come with aging, all of those can affect our path to authenticity. But remember, these challenges are also opportunities for growth and self discovery. So, how do we cultivate authenticity in our daily lives? Now, if you've been around a while, I have some steps. Actually, I have 5 of them, and here they are. Number 1 is self reflection. Take time for self reflection through journaling, which I know I always talk about, meditation, or conversations with trusted friends. These practices help us to gain clarity and to connect with our inner selves. Number 2 is identify core values. Identify and align with your personal values. Understand what truly matters to you and let those values guide your decisions and your actions. Number 3 is to set boundaries. Setting boundaries is crucial to protecting your authentic self. Learn to say no when necessary and prioritize your well being. And then number 4 is to practice self compassion. Embrace self compassion and patience on your journey to authenticity. Be kind to yourself and acknowledge that it's a continuous process of growth and self discovery. And then number 5 is take small steps. Start with small, authentic actions and gradually expand them. Each step you take towards living authentically builds confidence and reinforces your true self. I recently listened to a psychologist who was discussing this topic. Her advice was to start small. She said, authenticity isn't about making drastic changes overnight. It's about gradually aligning your outer life to your inner truth. Small steps can lead to significant improvement in our happiness and provide a sense of fulfillment. Some techniques she suggested were when you feel afraid to express your true self, then ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Often, our fears are exaggerated. Now, one of my favorite quotes on authenticity is from Brene Brown, and she says, authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. One of our listeners recently told me, she said that she had spent her whole life being who everyone else wanted her to be. Till at 55, she finally asked herself, who do I want to be? Then I was recently at a podcast summit and I talked to a few women over 50 and we were talking about our why, meaning what brought us to podcasting. And one of the ladies said that she finally decided to pursue her passion for podcasting at 57. And she said, it has been the most fulfilling journey. She told me that embracing her true and authentic self has really brought her joy. Now, I talked earlier about steps to embrace authenticity, but here are a couple of other tips that you can use daily. So if this is new to you because you've spent so much time conforming to the expectations of others, then you'll need to really get in touch with who you are. One way of doing it is to incorporate daily mindfulness practices to stay connected to your true self, whether it's through meditation, through deep breathing, or just simply being present. Mindfulness helps maintain authenticity. Another one is to live authentically by communicating honestly. There's a lot of leads in this, huh? Now, that doesn't mean that you just say whatever's on your mind all the time. We still need to have a filter and to respect others' feelings. And then follow your passions and embrace imperfections. Remember, authenticity is about progress, not perfection. So as we wrap up, let's recap our key points. Authenticity is about being true to yourself. It brings benefits like improved well-being and stronger relationships. While there are challenges, especially for women over 50, they can be overcome. And practical steps like self-reflection and pursuing passions can help cultivate authenticity. So I encourage you to take one step towards living more authentically this week. Maybe it's trying a new hobby that you've always been curious about, or having an honest conversation with a loved one, or not doing what everyone else is doing just to fit in. Or maybe be like me. Don't go to that tea and crumpets place just to fit in when you know you're going to be hungry when you leave. Remember, it's never too late to start living your truth. I'd love to hear from you about what living authentically means to you. Share your stories in the comments or on social. And don't forget to leave me a voice message at pod.agingwithgraceandstyle.com. I've been getting more and more messages weekly, and I actually love hearing from you. So thanks for joining me as we take this journey to embracing authenticity. Until next time, keep embracing your authentic self and being true to who you really are.